2 ஸ்பூன் போதும். லயன் டேட் சிரப், இதுல அயன், ஃபைபர், விட்டமின்ஸ், நோய் எதிர்ப்பு சக்தி அதிகமா இருக்கு.
லயன் டேட் சிரப்.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, throw a little at it.
Omax, Vest and Briefs.
திருப்பரங்குன்றம் மலை உச்சியில் உள்ள தீபத்தூணில் தீபம் ஏற்ற நீதிபதி GR சுவாமிநாதன் உத்தரவிட்டார். இந்த உத்தரவுக்கு எதிராக தொடரப்பட்ட மேல்முறையீட்டு மனுக்கள் ஹைகோர்ட் மதுரை கிளையில் விசாரணையில் உள்ளது. 4வது நாளாக தொடர்ந்து மீண்டும் நீதிபதிகள் G. ஜெயச்சந்திரன், KK. ராமகிருஷ்ணன் அமர்வு முன் இன்று விசாரணை நடந்தது. வழக்கு விசாரணை வாதம் தொடர்பாக மனுதாரர் ராமரவிக்குமார் தரப்பு வக்கீல் வள்ளியப்பன் விளக்கமளித்தார்.
First of all, I'd like to start with the rider. The matter is sub judice, so I can't open my mouth too much. So until the judgment comes, we have to wait and see. So the arguments today were primarily made on behalf of the petitioner Rama Ravikumar and the other petitioners who joined him later. Yesterday, one senior advocate from Supreme Court, Mr. Guru, had argued for one of the petitioners, and today one Mr. Sriram, former Advocate General of Andhra Pradesh, argued for one of the petitioners. And thereafter, for the main petitioner, that is the lead case for Mr. Ravikumar, we argued Rama Ravikumar. And we have given all the evidence that is possible. We have given evidence to show that, especially in south of India, that is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, there in every hilltop, there is a practice of lighting this Kartikeya Deepam during the month of Kartikei on the Thirikartikei day when the nakshatra of Kartikei falls. And this is an essential religious practice. So this was primarily argued, and therefore this practice has to be allowed to go on, is one thing. Then we also said that the property rights have already been decided by a competent civil court in the year 1920. The competent civil court has said that the accepting the area where the where the dargah is situated, there is a difference between a mosque and a dargah, where the Sikandar dargah is situated in the top of the hill, the Nellithopu area, and the flight of steps leading from Nellithopu to dargah belong to the dargah, and the rest of the hills belongs to Tirupparangunram Murugan temple. And then this order went up till the Privy Council, which eventually crystallized in a judgment in the year 1932. In that judgment, the Honorable Privy Council had restored the judgment of the trial court, which had been reversed by the appellate court, and confirmed the right of Murugan temple over the whole of the hills. And recently there was some dispute about slaughtering of animals. That also resulted in a split verdict. Then another learned judge sat over it and confirmed that it is only Tirupparamkundram hill and not Sikandar hill. So that came to be closed. And in 1994, a writ petition had been filed. In that writ petition, final orders were passed in the year 1996. In the said order, the learned single judge who was sitting at that time had very clearly said the rights of the temple to light over the area of which belongs to it in the hill has been clearly defined in 1920 case itself. And the learned judge had made it very clear they can lit a lamp and enjoy the rest of the hills excepting the areas which I said earlier. So therefore, if it's beyond 15 meters from the dargah, the temple management or the Devasthanam board is entitled to do anything of its choice, including lighting of the Deepam. It is not restricted to the Deepathun alone. So regarding the Deepathun, there were differences of opinion and distortion of facts by the government, the commissioner of HRNCE, the joint commissioner, and then the police officials. Everybody batted for the dargah and the Waqf board. So therefore, he was all alone. In fact, he and some of the petitioners for whom there was no governmental support. And we have given instances of similar Deepathuns in other hills, especially in Tamil Nadu, this Andhra, Karnataka, and which almost match the exact physical features of the Deepathun that is now in dispute. And the court was also very particular about why this place, this Deepathun, instead of any part of the hill, when you have given a representation only seeking lighting on the top of the hill, for which our answer was, yes, at the time of giving the representation, he was conscious it was the top of the hill, the Deepathun, but he did not specifically mention in the representation. But however, after the representation was given, the temple Devasthanam people had covered the Deepathon. So therefore they understood what and which place we wanted the Deepam to be lighted. So that is why in the writ petition prayer, he specifically said, you go as per the 1994 judgment, 1920 judgment, and allow us to light the Kartikeya Deepam at the Deepathon. Because 1994 judgment makes it clear, if the temple Devasthanam does not do its job, it is open to any person to approach the temple Devasthanam or the authorities concerned to seek such a prayer. So eventually we concluded by saying it's not after all in the sense that it's not, we are not belittling it. We are saying it's a very, very safe activity. Just some ghee and some threads that are being used to light in a copper cauldron. So this won't have any, this won't infringe the rights of any other religion, Islam or Christianity. When a light is lit on the top of the mountain, it has got a certain religious significance for the Hindus. Especially, it is considered to be the Jyoti Swarupam of the God himself. We see the manifestation of God in this Agni. So, since it's being an essential religious practice, we said it ought to be permitted. And for the other objection that this has not been practiced for the last 100 years, we said, despite the fact that there was some orders by the magistrate in the year 1857 and 1912, the issue was settled beyond any reasonable doubt by the 1920 suit. So therefore, there shouldn't have been any problem thereafter. However, at every stage, there have been roadblocks for us from lighting the Deepathon. That was what our contention was today. The learned judges have taken into account all the submissions and have also directed us to give it in by way of written submissions. This is the stage at which it stands. And then tomorrow the matter is posted for the reply of the Advocate General of Tamil Nadu, Mr. P.S. Raman, and who has assured that he will make a 20-minute reply, but we are not sure how long it will go.
Sir, also, how do you see the temple administration supporting, and including the HRNC government, telling that the Deepathon belongs to us after the Waqf made a statement yesterday telling that the land comes under the Dargah?
No, the government, the district collector, the executive officer of the temple, the HRNC commissioner, joint commissioner, have not been taking a consistent stand in this matter. At every stage, they are saying one thing: the temple acts against its own interests. In fact, they went to the extent of saying that it is a Jain pillar. However, no evidence of any kind was produced by the government or the HRNC commissioner or by the police officials. In fact, very strangely, the commissioner of police also argued on merits. Actually, the duty of police is very restricted. If any orders passed by the court, they have to comply with it. There ends their jurisdiction. But strange things are happening. Everybody is pitted against these poor innocent Hindu devotees. That is exactly our position today.
Also, yesterday the Waqf said they want to have a conversation that builds on and they do not need a good setup, but they can
that was outright rejected by my previous counsel, Mr. Sriram, stating that we can't expect any justice or fairness from such a government or a collector or a HRNC, which is hand in glove with the other side and not supporting the religious customs of the respective temple, which is enshrined under Article 25 of the Constitution of India. Anything else, sir? Yeah. Thank you for the time being.